How's it going, Talk Forest TV? My name is Jack and welcome to my preview for the Reading game taking place on Saturday at the Madejski Stadium. Feels so long since I've done a video like this, international break and all. But we're back, Forest are back, and I can't wait for Steve Cooper's Reds to plod along again, plough through another team away from home, keep this very, very, very impressive away run under Steve Cooper going, and who knows where it can take us. You know, playing against probably the Waitrose of the English Football League, just like, I don't know, they just strike you as a Waitrose. I know they were sponsored by Waitrose a couple of years ago, but when you think of Waitrose, Reading just popped to your mind. Or when you think of Reading, Waitrose pops to your mind. You know, they're a team I don't mind them, but it's annoying how, the last few times we've played them, when we played them under Sabri, it was like a 93rd minute goal from Ben Watson we thought was a winner, then Fig scored an own goal, and then a game that I was at where we could have won that game and gone like second or something, under Sabri, Amiobi scored, I think it was. And then they scored not so long after, right towards the end of the game. So, we've not had the better times there. I remember once it was not long after one of our managers got a sack. I think it was Karanka. And then we went there, lost 3-0. Our two players sent off. It was Darikwa and somebody else, to remember rightly. But, they're below us in the league. Currently they're 19th. We are 13th. They are behind us by 6 points. They've not had a really good run recently. I checked the last 5 games, only one win in that time. I think it was a 1-0 win. Was it a 1-0 win? It was a 1-0 win against Barnsley, who, Barnsley are very poor. They've lost their last 4, have Reading a 3-2 loss at home to Blackpool, 2-0 away at Blackburn, a 2-0 away at Bournemouth, and then a 1-0 loss away at Reading. Oh, actually, no, sorry, my apologies. Their last game, I just missed it off. The last game was a 2-1 win away at Birmingham, so maybe they could be on a little bit of a confidence boost after that win. Maybe it's probably taken out of them after the international break, but hopefully Forest can continue where they left off. A lovely, comfortable 3-0 home win at the City Ground there against Preston. That was a really, really good performance. I didn't get to see the game live, but from what I saw, the highlights and such, Johnson looked really good. Graben looked really good as well. Colback, a lot of fans ranting and raving about him, and it's really good to see. Really good to see him back and performing now, because, last season he was really poor. There wasn't very many good players last season. It's quite weird, really, because you look at the likes of James Garner. He was probably one of our shining lights under Houghton, and he's been really poor. So that's a bit of a strange one. I am feeling confident going into this game. I think we've got a perfect system to play away from home. We're not afraid to sort of sit in when we need to, but we've got the ability to go spring forward, get the fullbacks going, get the wingers going, get the midfielders up, and just go absolutely all out. Attacking, so you just feel in any game, regardless if we go down a goal, go down 2 goals, we'll bounce back and we'll turn it around. And I'm really, it's really good to feel confident and happy for Forest to play again, to feel like you're sort of expectant for us to do well, because obviously last season, start of this season under Chris Houghton, it was the total opposite. You never expected to win. You never expected really to draw. You're hoping for a draw, which, that looked like what Houghton was actually doing, hoping for a draw. But, it's another away game, another chance for us to pick up more points than against a team that we've struggled with, quite notoriously recently. I'm trying to figure out what the results were last season. They beat us at the City Ground. I remember, I think it was a 1-1. I think. Hang on, I'm going to do some research here. Just bear with me 1 minute. Let me just remember this. But they are a team that, we do struggle with. A team who have got some really good players. I mean, all you need to do is look at the likes of John Swift, someone that Forest are really interested in, someone that I think we can, if we can bring him to the City Ground, it'll be fantastic, because he's just got the ability to pick a pass, to split a defence. And, if maybe Garner's going back, if maybe, we can't get him back for another season or whatever, then who knows why. So who knows what we'd be able to do if we can bring in somebody like a... oh, there we go, I've got it up now. Sorry, it was a... It was a 1-1 draw at the City Ground, and it was a 2-0 loss at the next game. So sorry, I was completely waffling there, and I lost my complete trail of thought when I was looking up that there. I do apologise, but maybe if we can't get a Garner back in on loan, for example, I know his contract is coming up soon, John Swift, sorry. So, to get him in could be incredible. One of the best playmakers in the league, someone who, you look at the passes and the assists and the, ball progressions and stuff like that in the league, you look at the stats, he's always up there. He's always one of those at the top that you look at and you think, he's one of the best quality playmakers in the league, and, maybe alongside a Colback or a Yates, in there could be a really good addition to the squad. You look at some of the other players they've got. Yadom, he's somebody else whose contract's coming up soon. Or was it Yadom, I don't know. Their right-sided fullback who maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure on his age. I think he's a bit older, a bit on the older side. But you never know. He could be our right-back replacement for Spence, who's probably going to be going back on, on a permanent back to Middlesbrough, unfortunately. But you look at some of the other players, Lucas Yao, I think he still plays. Yeah, he still plays him. He's having full. Yaku Meite, having full as well. They had Michael Elise last season. I'm glad he's gone because he's an absolute. He's like a bit like an Adel Taarabt a bit in the Championship. Somebody just with a bit of flair, someone that you see on the ball and he gets fans off the seat. So I'm so glad they don't have him anymore. I don't know if they still got Alpha Semedo. I don't know. I should have probably checked that. But anyway, I think it's they're a good side and they've got some good players. A good setup there, but I do think we'll come out victors. They're not having the best time of it at the minute. I think in the last 5 games they've won. They've lost more than they've won. So hopefully that can give us a bit more positivity, a bit more encouragement. We're on such a good run away from home. We haven't lost since Chris Hughton got the sack. All the way back to when Stephen Reid took over in that lovely win away at the Kirkley Stadium, Huddersfield, for that one. So hopefully we can keep that unbeaten run going. I think if I'm going to have to give a prediction, I'm going to say 2-0 Forest. I don't think we'll concede in this one. I think we'll win by 2 goals. I think Lewis Grabban will score one of them. And I'm going to go with Brennan Johnson to snatch the other. I'm really looking forward to this game. I think in terms of the starting 11 for me, I think you've got to go Samba in goal. I think he's, been solid since Cooper's come in, which is something you haven't really been able to say about him early on in the season. The back 5, you're going to have Spence on the right, Lowe on the left, 3 centre-backs, Worrell, Figueiredo and McKenna. That back 5 I just think is really solid. And I think any of them, maybe not Figs, but I think any of those could start in a Premier League side. Someone like a Burnley, like a Norwich, definitely, like potentially a Crystal Palace, maybe even a Brighton, that sort of team, Brentford. Obviously we know Brentford really wanted Worrell, so they definitely have the quality for that. The midfield, for me, the 2 midfielders, I'm going to go with Yates and Colback. I think they've struck a really good partnership together. I think they're really getting to know each other well. The dynamic they have where one goes forward, the other sits, the other goes forward, the other sits, so it's really it works well. They both work really hard. They're both, I know definitely Yates, but I think Colback's working on it as well, being more risky with their passing, not sort of sitting there and passing it left, passing it right, passing it backwards. They're aiming to go hit the diagonals or aiming to get it forward into the feet of onrushing players ahead of them, which is really good because, you saw a lot last season, a lot start of this season, they just looked for the comfortable, easy option, and that's not going to get you in, it's not going to progress you up the pitch, it's not going to make the defenders think about anything. So I think that change in a game has been huge, and it's been something that is really important for us. And then the front 3 for me, I'm going to go with Grabban in the middle. On the left, I'm going to go on the left, Johnson, on the right, Mighten. Why not? Let's have those three up front. I think Grabban's really hit form again. Johnson's been exceptional. I think Mighten, I think he needs a bit more game time, and I think a game against Reading could be a good place to give him that. But no, I'm feeling feeling comfortable at this one. I'm going to go, like I say, a 2-0 Forest win. Really interested to see how this one pans out. Obviously, they are a side who we have had issues with in the past, Reading, but I think we can get the better of them in this one. Cooper, he's had a chance to work with some of the players who weren't on international duty. Maybe he's had a chance to look at some of the younger players. I know that he did go out to see Marinakis, so hopefully they've been discussing future projects and discussing sort of future transfers, which will be really exciting to see. But no, it's a really exciting time to be a Forest fan. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win. Like I say, Grabban and Johnson for me. And I can't wait to see how it pans out. So yeah, did enjoy this video, smash the like button, subscribe if you are new around here and you haven't already, and come on, you Reds.